Hey, this is Jonathan Pasley. Today is March 18th, 2018. And remember, go ahead and subscribe to my page, like this video, share this video with somebody who you think can benefit from it. So I recently went out with my friends, actually a really good friend of mine. We went out to celebrate someone's birthday, and someone who usually is in that group of friends, I usually see her every time we go out. I'll call her Ashley and for the purposes of this video. So Ashley, she knows about the past 2 years, my journey with cancer, and different diets I've done, and things like that, natural remedies and alternative therapies I've tried. And we got to talking about just like health, like eating healthy and diets. And currently she's been trying to eat more healthy in order to lose weight. And she's gluten-free right now, not eating any dairy, dairy-free. And she's not satisfied with the results that she's getting because she's unable to lose the amount of weight that she really wants. And I was telling her, like, hey, well, Ashley, look, have you tried reducing the amount of carbs that you eat, or cutting out carbs? And she was like, well, I like carbs, and that'd be difficult to cut out carbs. I'm like, what? Like, hey, like, I mean, if you want a certain result, like, you've got to do what it takes, right? I'm like, hey, well, what about, have you tried like paleo, that type of, that diet? You tried the paleo diet? And she said, well, I don't really like nuts, and I don't like coconut oil. And I'm like, what? Like, so I came up with all these different recommendations, and she always came up with an excuse why. And the conversation snowballed into like talking more about her career and things like that. And the same thing happened. I'm like, hey, why don't you do some research on, your career, and, figure out what you want to do and things like that. She's like, well, I recently hurt my leg, and, that's why I haven't been able to do any research. What does that have to do with research? What does your leg have to do with research? Like, nothing really, right? So, always had an excuse, right? And I started to really think about myself and whether I let cancer be an excuse why I didn't do something, or I wouldn't do something. Did cancer stop me from doing something? Did I use it as an excuse to not move forward with something? Have you used cancer as an excuse not to do something, or not to move forward with something? And I thought about one of my clients who I met with. I was maybe about a year into my cancer journey, a year from the time that I initially got diagnosed. And I told her about her name's Nina, and she said, hey, Jonathan, look, I've been there. I've battled cancer, and I didn't allow it to stop me from being who I was. I didn't allow it to stop me from moving forward. She said, look, I still went to work. I worked as many hours as I did with cancer. When I didn't have cancer, I had to do chemotherapy. I had to cut my hair off, but hey, whatever. I rocked the style like Amber Rose. Like, she just kept moving forward. She didn't allow cancer to be an excuse why she couldn't live her life. And her story really resonated with me. So when talking to Ashley at when we all went out to celebrate one of our friends' birthday, I asked her, I said, hey, if somebody were to come in this room right now and they had a gun, they said, I'm going to count to 10, and if everybody in this room isn't out by 10, I'm going to start shooting up the room, right? Just hypothetical question. And I said, hey, what would you do? She said, I would try my best to get out of here despite whether my leg hurt or not. I'd try my best to get out of here, or I'd try my best to go get the gun from the guy and try to take him down. And I'm like, well, that's it. Like, you would try your best. despite your circumstance. Despite the circumstance, you would try your best. And just talking to her more, I found out the reason why she would come up with different excuses of why she couldn't do something was because she was too comfortable in her situation. Like, she was too comfortable to change. Like, she kind of wanted a result, but she didn't really want to change. She was too comfortable in her situation. And I try to really apply it to myself and just kind of just reflecting. And I thought about this. Now stay with me on this one. What if cancer was placed in my life in order to make me uncomfortable? Because a lot of the times when we're too comfortable, too safe, like we don't take risks, we don't do certain things, we're fine. And sometimes life needs to kind of flip us upside down. Something needs to happen in order for us to get moving, to take action, to evolve, to change, to try our best. Otherwise, if that certain thing didn't come into our life, we wouldn't have tried, we wouldn't have, fought, we wouldn't have done whatever it is to take action. So I started to think, like, what if cancer was placed in my life so that I could try my best, so I could be my best, so I could become my best. And I started thinking, like, because of cancer, I became a better person, a different person. I became a better person overall. I became a better father, better husband. I became more appreciative, more grateful, just for life, to wake up every single day. I became grateful for that. Became a better entrepreneur, better boss. Just in all aspects of my life, obviously, definitely, without a doubt, my faith, with Christ, my faith in Christ, my faith in God has definitely increased. My relationship with Christ definitely has gotten deeper. So overall, like, my life, I'm a better person. Actually, life is better now than it was before. I mean, because of cancer, I started these videos, which a lot of you are watching and subscribing, which is great. Some of you find them inspiring and helpful. I would have never started the Facebook group, Christians Battling Cancer, which has been just an amazing group. We've all just been encouraging each other through the journey of just battling cancer. Not only people battling, but also people who are supporting others going through cancer. I mean, just that group would have never gotten started, all because of cancer placed in my life. So again, just makes me think that sometimes you need your life flipped upside down in order to try your best, to become your best, to move forward, to even discover your purpose in life, to help others and things like that. Two things to really just take away from this video is cancer, or your situation, your disease, whatever it might be, is your situation, are using it as an excuse to stop you from doing blank. You fill in the blank. Is cancer, or your situation, is it stopping you from doing something? Are you using it as an excuse to not move forward? It can be a hard question to ask yourself, but ask yourself that question. And also, I mean, look at your situation, look at cancer, look at whatever it might be. Is it placed in your life to make you uncomfortable so that you can become your best, so that you can become stronger, so that you can draw closer to God, so that you can have a better relationship with your family, better relationship with your spouse or your kids, to appreciate life more, to be more grateful? Is it that thing, is cancer placed in your life to flip your life upside down so that you can evolve into a better person? So something to think about, something to really look at your situation differently on how it can really help you versus hurt you. So those are my thoughts today. Again, like this video. Okay, comment underneath this video with one thing that you have identified, that a positive thing that your situation, whether it's cancer, whatever it is, that you've learned or how you've grown from that situation. Like one positive thing that you've gotten from your situation. So how you know how your negative situation has turned into a positive. Like one positive thing. Comment underneath this video with that one thing. Remember, share this video with somebody who you think can benefit from it. If you are battling cancer, or you know somebody who's battling cancer, or you're taking care of somebody who is battling cancer, I encourage you to join my Facebook group, Christians Battling Cancer. If you go to www.cbc.support, it'll take you straight to the group. I'll go ahead and preview it, but it's a great group where we just encourage each other through the journey, and we help each other, pray for each other, encourage each other through the journey. It's a great group. So if that group resonates with you, go ahead and join. I'll be happy to see you there, and you can join the community. But until then, I will see you on the next video. All right, everybody.